It is Wednesday, December 28th. I'm heading back up to hunt with my dad. Kind of a repeat of Monday. And Monday did not go so well. I had a really good plan in my head. But once I got out there, I realized my plan was not going to work. Because the pocket in the lake I was going to hunt had froze over, about an inch thick of ice, and I couldn't break it in my kayak. I ended up setting up just off the bank, barely in the water. Did actually shoot one wood duck, but I never... But I never got to recover it, couldn't get to it, couldn't find it. But after I hunted, I met up with my dad, and this is where it kind of took a turn, and you realize how quick things can go south. And so he had his dog with him, and the dog, like me, wanted to kind of explore the ice. That's the first time we've seen anything like that. It's the first time I'd ever seen anything like that in Louisiana. So the dog ended up walking out on a sheet of ice and ended up going too far and falling into the lake and couldn't get out. And we fought and fought to save that dog, and I ended up going swimming twice in my waders in that ice water. It was brutal. And so I took yesterday off. I was absolutely exhausted. We did end up recovering the dog by God's grace, and we are so thankful. But this morning I'm heading out to the same exact spot to try to do what I intended to do Monday. So I'm going to hunt this pocket off of the lake. I know there's going to be a handful of wood ducks in there. I'm hoping to get out to where the lake opens up, throw a couple of decoys, hide under a cypress. So I'm optimistic. Even though we've not been shooting a bunch of birds, I'm optimistic this morning because the weather's just been perfect. So if there's no birds this morning, there will not be birds in this place, is what I'm thinking. And it'll be time to retire it. But this is my last attempt here. So wish me luck. Try to shoot a couple birds. So these two wood ducks landed to my left here, and I shot the closer of the two, which was the drake. I knew I hit him. I even kept my aim on him for just a second. And while I was aiming, the hen got up and flew off, and I took a shot at it. I definitely missed it. But at some point, when I looked away to shoot this hen, the drake disappeared, and I immediately take off to go look for it and start searching. Go right to where I shot it and found nothing but feathers. I spent a couple minutes just paddling around looking and didn't find anything. So I'm really just taking my time looking for this bird. because we've seen it in the past where these ducks will dive down and clamp to a reed, one of these lily pads, and just hang on and literally die under the water. So I'm just paddling around, and as luck would have it, a big old group of ducks, big ducks, come flying in over me. So I start trying to call and realize none of my calls are working. It's just blowing air through them because I went swimming with them 2 days ago. I left them in my truck, forgot about them. But I'm kicking myself because we don't get a lot of big ducks in this hole. And they flare off and take off. It was about 15, 20 of them. So I was extremely disappointed. So the rest of the morning was super chill, no more birds flying, and it was probably one of the most relaxing mornings on the water I think I've ever had. I always enjoy when you get the opportunity to just stop and admire God's creation. And in that admiration, just getting the opportunity to think about all of the good things that God has poured out on your life.
Okay.